Ever feel like you're just drowning in customer interactions?
Yeah.
Emails and social media and all those support tickets, it never stops.
That's a lot.
It is. So today we're diving into how AI can be like your life raft.
Yeah.
CS automation.
And no, we're not talking about just unleashing an army of like clunky chatbots on all your customer.
Definitely not. This isn't like some sci-fi takeover.
Right.
This is about using AI strategically to make that whole customer experience smoother and faster and, dare I say it, even delightful.
Exactly. Yeah. CX automation or CXA, it's all about using technology to help businesses work smarter, not harder when it comes to those customer interactions.
Okay, so let's unpack that a little bit.
Yeah.
So CXA isn't just about automating tasks, it's about improving that entire customer experience. So where do we even start with that?
You've got to start by understanding your customer journey.
Oh.
Like imagine a map of every single interaction a customer has with your business.
Okay.
From the first hello to way after they bought something, CXA is about finding the pain points on that map.
The places where things get a little clunky or slow or frustrating.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a confusing checkout process, or maybe customers are always hitting dead ends trying to find just basic information.
Yeah.
Those are prime candidates for CXA.
So instead of just throwing AI at the problem randomly, we're being much more strategic.
Exactly. You identify those friction points, and then you look at ways to use AI to smooth them out. It's about working smarter, not just harder.
Okay. I'm starting to see the light here.
Okay.
But we've all encountered those frustrating chatbots that feel about as human as, like, a brick wall. So how do we avoid turning CXA into a customer service nightmare?
Yeah.
How do we make sure it actually makes things better for the customer and not worse? So how do we make sure CXA actually makes things better for customers, not worse? Our source this week, ClientZen, had some really great insights here.
Yeah, they did, and it boils down to this. CXA done right is about personalization at scale.
Okay.
It's about making each customer feel like they're interacting with a human who understands their needs, even if it's an AI behind the scenes pulling the strings.
Okay, so how do we teach AI to be more human? Like, what's the secret sauce?
It really starts with data.
Okay.
The beauty of AI is that it can analyze these massive amounts of information about your customers, like their past purchases, their browsing history, even their social media activity.
And then use that information to tailor the experience. So no more getting blasted with, like, irrelevant emails about lawn care products when I'm clearly obsessed with vintage sneakers.
Exactly. Imagine getting a personalized message that speaks directly to your interests, or having a chatbot instantly surface the exact information you need based on your past interactions. That's the power of CXA.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about those situations where a customer actually does need to talk to a human? Like, is CXA going to make those interactions extinct?
Not at all. In fact, CXA can actually free up human agents to focus on those more complex and nuanced interactions where empathy and creative problem solving are really important.
So it's not about replacing humans entirely. It's about letting AI handle, like, the heavy lifting, so to speak.
Precisely. Imagine your customer service agents being able to focus on building relationships and resolving complex issues and going above and beyond to delight customers instead of being bogged down with all those routine, repetitive tasks.
That sounds like a win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Customers get a smoother, more personalized experience. Employees get to actually use their brains and their creativity. But let's talk about real-world impact for a minute here. Does CXA actually move the needle?
Okay.
So we've talked about the why of CXA, but what about the how?
Yeah.
If someone's listening to this, like right now, and they're thinking, all right, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Where do I even begin? What's the first step?
The first step is surprisingly simple. Start small.
Okay.
You don't have to overhaul your entire customer experience overnight.
So don't go out and buy the most expensive AI software package you can find. Okay. Remember those pain points that we talked about?
Yeah.
Choose one.
Yeah.
Just one. And focus on finding a CXA solution that can help you address that specific issue.
So if I'm noticing a lot of customers are abandoning their carts during checkout, maybe I start by exploring some AI-powered tools that can help simplify that process.
Exactly. Or if you are drowning in support tickets about a particular issue, maybe a chatbot can handle those initial inquiries and free up your human agents.
Right.
The key is to start with a really focused approach and build from there.
That makes sense. Don't try to boil the ocean. Start with a small pot of water and see what happens. But how do you actually choose the right CXA tools, though? Because there's so many options out there, it can feel a little overwhelming. It definitely can, but just remember the best tool isn't necessarily the fanciest or the most expensive one out there.
Right.
It's the one that actually solves your specific problem and that integrates seamlessly with your existing systems.
So no point in investing in like a cutting-edge chatbot if it doesn't talk to my CRM system.
Exactly. Look for solutions that play well with the tools that you are already using and that your team can actually adopt without needing a degree in rocket science.
User-friendliness is key.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to ask for demos or trials or case studies. You want to see the technology in action, and you want to understand how it's helped other businesses like yours.
Yeah, it's like test driving a car before you buy it.
Exactly.
Makes total sense.
And remember, CXA is a journey, not a destination.
Okay.
As your business grows and evolves, so too will your CXA needs. So the key is to stay curious, experiment, and never stop looking for ways to improve that experience for your customers.
I love that. It's all about continuous improvement, just finding those small ways to make things a little bit better every single day.
Yeah.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive on CX automation, what's the one big takeaway you want to leave our listeners with today?
I would say CXA isn't about replacing human connection, it's about enhancing it.
Okay.
It's about using technology to create more meaningful and personalized and ultimately human experiences for every customer every time.
That's beautifully said. It's about working smarter, not harder, and creating a customer experience that feels both effortless and incredibly human. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.